I now call for the second intervention, which was requested by Azerbaijan. 5 minutes, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. The delegate of Armenia even didn't want to take the trouble of listening carefully what we have said, and instead preferred to read out the pre-written text containing the set of standard falsifications. As a result, we have heard irrelevant and out of context comments which obviously fail to respond to our arguments. As is well known, it was Armenia that resorted to force, violence, and terrorist activities in an attempt to realize its groundless and unlawful territorial claims. It is Armenia that has captured and continues to occupy the Nagorno-Karabakh region and the surrounding districts of Azerbaijan in gross violation of the Charter of the United Nations, international law, and the relevant resolutions of the Security Council. That the Nagorno-Karabakh is an integral part of Azerbaijan is recognized by the entire international community. The illegality of the racist puppet regime that Armenia has set up in the occupied territories of Azerbaijan has been stated at the international level on numerous occasions. This regime is entirely unrecognized as such. It is under effective political, military, and economic control of Armenia. As is well known, the object and purpose of the resolutions and presidential statements of the Security Council were the Armenian armed attacks against Azerbaijan in 1992 and 1993. The demand of cessation of hostilities was thus first and foremost directed at the invading Armenian forces. It was the Armenian side that intentionally disregarded the Council's demand for the immediate cessation of all military activities and hostile acts. The events that unfolded before and in the aftermath of the adoption of each resolution make it clear that Armenia's allegations are baseless and leave no doubt as to who was responsible for the continuing armed hostilities and to whom the demands of the Security Council were exclusively addressed. Suffice to carefully read the text of those documents and the individual statements by the members of the Security Council to understand that the comments of the delegate of Armenia are simply misleading, to say the least. Armenia has consistently obstructed the conflict settlement process and, in the meantime, refrains from engaging responsibly and constructively in result-oriented negotiations, while it regularly resorts to various provocations to escalate the situation on the ground. Furthermore, against the background of numerous documents of the relevant United Nations bodies and other international organizations expressing serious concern about human rights and the spirit of intolerance in Armenia, Yerevan should be the last one commenting on self-determination and human rights in other countries. All of the above confirms that despite the change of its government, which has taken place under the false banner of human rights and democracy, Armenia continues to pose a serious threat to regional and international peace, security, and stability, thus necessitating the constant attention and urgent action by the United Nations and the wider international community. I thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the representative of Azerbaijan.